Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. It's that time, it's the daily news. I'm actually late today. I haven't been feeling great today, but that's all right. You have those days, right? So there's a new event today. Let's take a look, see here. Best in the World solo contest. And there's definitely some stuff in here, right? And if you look, there's also starting in 20 hours. Look, another showdown, but this looks to be a spoiler to me. If you look right here, it looks like we're getting Kofi, new Kofi, with the hairdo going on there. So yeah, that's starting in 20 hours. Another showdown. Who's excited about showdown? Raise your hand if you're looking forward to another showdown. All right. So let's look at the events first. So best in the world solo contest. Some CSS today. I'm sure we'll have more tasks tomorrow because it's 2 days. I don't believe the official Discord has any information on that. Let me double check. Game news. No. Nothing new. All right. So today's CSS for the challenge tour is LA Knight. Yeah. Um, sorry about that. Penta era. And then, voice the voiceless punk. So that gives you 750,000 X3 points. But yeah, the milestones, let's take a look. So on the way to the gold chest, there's decent stuff, right? You got wood shards. This is our armory contest. Like we got some tokens, all that jazz. A lot of tokens actually. So it's definitely one you want to partake in. They get better as we go up, clearly. Let's see what silver chest looks like. Yeah, not bad. And then gold. 6-star metal. So yeah, that's good. Now the bonus milestones, kind of interesting, sort of, potentially, depending on your roster. When you get to the 4 million mark, 4.1. A lot of armory in the bonus too, but as you guys know, armory can be bought cheaply. Another medallion here. So 4.1, there's a medallion, and then I think the last one is not until the max, which is a crazy 10 million. Slightly higher for those, right? So this is like whale territory for sure, I would say, considering, oh, it's 30,000 loot coin, but I mean, you do the math on that. Like even 5 million points divided by 30,000 is a lot. It's 166 pulls, right? So if you have designs on 4, it's gonna cost you a metric crap ton. So yeah, I think like if you have a decent roster and stuff, you do the blitz, you get all the points in the blitz, yada yada yada. This may be in the range of actually free on a bigger account. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, on a not bigger account, no, right? Don't plan on it. So that's the event that's going on. And other than that, it's got some tours for sure. So you got the challenge your best. So normal, there's a blitz ticket. You don't need CSS. Normal is PG and modern era, and it's a technician required, right? So either PG or modern technician. So shouldn't be hard for most people, I would say, to have the CSS, right? I mean, there's plenty to choose from in modern era, so that one's not bad. The hard mode is a showboat required, PG or modern era, and hell mode is acrobat, PG or modern era. So not terrible, right? And then you got the best you've ever seen. Clever play on words. You get your other blitz ticket here. Any of these particular Cenas, right, is the CSS for it, but you don't need the CSS for the Blitz ticket. It's a few armory currency more, that kind of thing. Not a lot, but a few. You're not really missing out on a lot of points, so that's nice, right? So yeah, tours look fine. As far as like anything expiring, I don't think, well, today's Wednesday, so yeah, nothing expiring. Then you have the Blitz. It's a Steel Cage Blitz, Voldemort Blitz. These are the best, and by best I mean absolutely the worst. No entourage, no straps, medals, no skill plates. Gear does work, moments work, perks and props. It's not too bad. There's bonus here. You get a medallion. I don't know why this says +2. Because you do not get two. Even if you have all three, put them in and win with them, you only get one. So I don't know what this +2 is about. Maybe saying there's 2 rewards, potentially. I don't know. Probably 2 rewards. But I don't like the +2. Just FYI. So Showboat, LA Knight. Here, I'll just go in here like this. These are your contest CSS, right? Showboat, LA Knight, Penta Era, and then Acro Punk. And the Blitz wasn't too bad. To be honest, I did it on Mherex. It didn't seem too bad. The last couple are kind of a little bit harder, but an MP prop is fine, right? Just because you're not winning on turn 1 because you have no damage mostly in most cases, unless you're using like a sub guy. So an Aussie would probably be fine with bleed, like Goldberg subbing, you know, if you got his gear, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. Otherwise, bring just a prop or 2 and you're fine. 120 wood shards, bunch of points, so definitely worth doing, right? With your 2 blitz tickets. So there's that. Just kind of pay attention to the blitz and you'll be fine. It's not one of the hardest ones we've ever had. Speed tour today, absolutely make sure you do it, because, you know, hype currency is very needed. And yeah, I think that is about it there. Of course, scouting mission, make sure and put your scouting mission in today. We can see how much you get for 75%. So when it's maxed, it's 100% for black gems. So nothing crazy on the boost. As expected, it's mirroring. I imagine these will mirror as well and be 200 and 200%. So there's that. Go ahead and do your, buy all your stuff from the boss shop and all that jazz. It does reset. So you can actually double dip without refreshing if you didn't know that. So make sure and do that. I'll just grab in my faction stuff while we're here. And let's see if there's anything good in the Showdown store today for me. These are not the Starfill frags I want. I need the Showboat ones for Santa Hogan, and there goes my voice. Like I said, not feeling great. Sorry about the voice change here. I don't have anything. Do I have something to drink that might help? 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. There we go. I'm back. All right. But do I remember what I was doing? Not so much. I think that's it for that. So we can check out the store and then the new loot. There are some interesting offers today. So I generally like the offers where you get a guaranteed poster. This is one at gold. That could be helpful. To be fair, even with both gears and Punk does have a new gear, it adds MP. You're going to see all kinds of videos of Punk hitting hard, etc., etc. If you have Miz, you don't need Punk. They both have Cascade Risk and both hit hard, right? But there are so many better. Punk has a bad gameplay loop, so you can't really fix that, right? And by bad gameplay loop, I mean you're either using a sub or you're cascading chance, high cascade chance. So to me, it's a bad gameplay loop, or it's very clicky. Maybe it has some other stuff you can do with the both gears and the MP. I'll have to look into it, but I mean, like, there's so many good techs, guys. You got Dragonov, Mercy, Ilya. I said Ilya twice. Julius, Shredder, right? Like Gunther. But it is a guaranteed one of him 6-star, and then the pulls, so I don't hate it. But yeah, really like this one, Hall of Fame Triple H. $7 at 6-star silver. If you don't have a good powerhouse Hall of Famer for powerhouse Hall of Fame Rex, that's not bad, right? Plus already at silver, some pulls, currency, like not currency, shards, etc. Don't mind that. And then very interesting, this Gable is horrible, but you can get him at 6-star silver for $7 with pulls. So I don't hate those offers, of course, as you guys know. Because you're getting something guaranteed. Then you have this stuff. These points are going to be a drop in the bucket, but if it gets you closer to that 4.1, which we'll talk about in a minute why that matters, that's assuming you have the characters to do the blitz, and none of these are the characters to do the blitz, right? So they're not straight up selling the ones to do the blitz to get the tokens. So How much you like the Blitz could potentially depend on if you have one of those three characters. Because if you do, and then you get to that I think it was 4.1 million milestone, don't spend until you're done tomorrow. You get access to this prize wall, which has Punk's new gear. It says +5 all color MP. That is not true. You need both gears to get +5. First gear does not give you MP. It gives you multiplied gem strength. Let me show you. So don't think you're going to have plus MP with that gear. That's like mislabeled. They need to not do that. Because people, if you don't understand how or know how gears work, whatever gear you get first unlocks the first ability. So if you don't have a gear and then you get this one, you're getting multiply strength 3, you're not getting 5 MP. So you would need the Christmas gear and this gear to get the 5 MP, right? Cool looking gear though. But yeah. Actually, while we're there, let me go back to Punk. To be fair, I've not thought about him with 5 MP. So the problem is you gotta make these snowfall gems to get multiplies, right? And that just gives you a cascade. I don't see a way around that. You're gonna always have that cascade risk, unless you sub, and then you have the sub issues. So yeah, he just doesn't have what looks to me like any kind of gameplay that's worth playing. He'll hit hard for sure, but whatever, right? Anyway, back to this, because it is an interesting little mini prize wall. This is the one you'd have to spend a metric crap ton to get. The gear is awesome. He's awesome with the gear. Is it worth 133 pulls? I mean, $300? Probably not, in my opinion. In fact, it's not, but I don't know your wallet. But I wouldn't pay 300 for it. This is way more interesting, though. Red Crossfire. These Crossfire plates are cool. Red, of course, increase your reds only for 300%. I kind of like the Crossfire, but I really prefer the Rainbow because it's 500% all gems. So this would be like specific somebody that turns cross breaks reds, right? Would be ideal to get the most out of it. Yeah. Also for 2, you can get the black transfusion plate, black leech gems, right? 200% variety on these. And then Botchman Blue, 300% on these in blue. Don't mind this one either. So it's kind of a cool little prize wall. Pig Boy plate, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, to be honest, if you got one of the 3 characters, you're going to get at least 2. So then you're picking one of these. And then if you get 3, you're picking this one. It's kind of, I would say pick this one over the Punk gear, but if you're a Punk fan, whatever. If you have the holiday gear, it might be worth thinking about just because he has MP. And you don't need MP trainers, and sometimes in Voldemort tours like Steel Cage nonsense, that can be nice. But I would rather have a plate by a mile personally, even if it's a specific Crossfire plate. So that's kind of my take there. Obviously, it's up to you. Free to play is up to 35,000 armory currency. Haven't done anything today though. Wasn't able to play the end of Showdown, so probably my worst Showdown showing. I had stuff going on this morning, so couldn't get to it. On either account, actually. So this is the best in the world loot. We got 55 pulls, 3 featured. All right, we'll see if that's any good. 10 pull, 1 mega rare. Not so much, not so much, not so much, not so much. Oh, this is... Yeah, I mean... I don't like it. There's the gear. You can pull the gear. And not that... To me, it's not... I just wait for the weekend, guys. Although there are some decent shard chunks in here, ish, but it's all, like always, guys, it's random luck, right? I don't feel like this is the best time to spend, personally, but that's just me. If you something you really want to go for, obviously you can do it. You're a full-grown human adult. But to me, I don't feel it on this one. I don't feel like there's anything really super worth it. Now, if maybe you want the red Crossfire plate for some reason, you have somebody that it works great for, specifically the red, and you have that lined up, then, I could see spending a little bit to get there. Those 300% specific color ones are not nearly as good as the rainbows though. It makes them much more niche, right? So I wouldn't break the bank to get it personally again. It's like a kind of that $20 range. Sure, maybe why not? Trying to think right off who actually is good specifically with red cross breaks. Because it's an ultimate plate, so you can't combo it with a good gem chucker, right? Um, Not really feeling this one, to be honest. You could do a little bit, I suppose, with like, what's her face? Sonya Deville, I think. Does she place red gems with the triple red? No, she's placing black gems, so that's kind of out of the deal. Sammy really needs the other one. Ray Phoenix, I guess, does the red. He does damage per cross breaks, and then make cross breaks into red. So I guess you could use it on Ray Phoenix. So in that regard, it makes kind of sense. On Ray Phoenix. So that's one potential. Uh, hmm. Just kind of looking through my lists here. Sammy, but it wouldn't be great. Sheamus, but it wouldn't be great. Smash is black. I wish it was black, to be honest. Really wish it was black. Yeah, I think that's really about it. Probably just mostly Ray. So it's not super exciting today, but you never know what happens tomorrow. Um, Trying to think if I missed anything else. Scouting mission, we talked about that, right? Throw your scouting mission in. Yeah, we did. I remember that now. So I think that's probably about it. Let me know what you guys think. Sorry this is late. Bit of a weird day for me. So remember to like, subscribe, and share because that really helps me out. And that, guys, thanks for watching. Good luck out there. Yeah, you should. I don't know. I'm not in the zone today. We'll just go with that.